The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
A snappy day, my dear children. Hope all are doing fine. I think you have started to watch videos, because on the other day I have sent a voice message also to you, because slightly you have, like, the thing is, what I understood is you have reduced your watching, means the speed of the notes, the file that you were spending has slightly decreased. So what I understood, that immediately I understood slightly you also have reduced your pace. That is what has happened. So you have, maybe you have started, you have thought, okay, we will do it later on. Maybe that is the thing. So my dear children, what you have to do, what has to be done today, do it now itself. Never keep things for tomorrow. ഇന്ന് ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പം തന്നെ ചെയ്യുക. അത് പിന്നീട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ it will go on. That's why I thought, okay, it's time for me to give a voice message. So I've already given it, and the moment I gave, again my sweet, my dear little ones have already started sending me the files. That shows that ഒരു ഇടയിൽ ഒന്ന് ഓർമ്മപ്പെടുത്തൽ മാത്രമേ വേണ്ടൂ. You will start doing it. So children, enjoy yourself, enjoy in whatever you are doing. Always be happy, we are there with you. So shall we begin the class? Last time we discussed about Human Development Index. So United Nations Organization, they developed another index, that is Human Poverty Index. And the first report of Human Poverty Index was published in the year 1997. Complementary to Human Development Index, United Nations Organization, they developed another index, that is Human Poverty Index, and the first report was published in the year 1997. And there were three major components of, or there were three major factors of Human Poverty Index. That is, the first one was longevity. The first factor that influenced Human Poverty Index was longevity, knowledge and decent standard of living. So there were three factors or three components of Human Poverty Index: longevity, knowledge and decent standard of living. What do you mean by this longevity? Longevity means, actually longevity and life expectancy is one and the same. Life expectancy means what? Average number of year a person is living. And longevity is somewhat same, that is average number of years a person lives. But there is a slight difference over here. Longevity എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ here number of, that is average total number of year, that is more number of year a person lives in the total population. Are you getting it, children? That is more number of year, ഒരു total population ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ average അല്ല ഇവിടെ എടുക്കുന്നത്. ലൈഫ് എക്സ്പെക്റ്റൻസി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് average number of year ആണ്. ഈ ലോഞ്ചിവിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മീൻസ് ടോട്ടൽ പോപ്പുലേഷനിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രായം കൂടി എത്ര മെമ്പേഴ്സ് ആർ ദെയർ ഇൻ ദറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ പോപ്പുലേഷൻ, മോർ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ഇയേഴ്സ് the member living in a population, no more number of years a member living in the population, that is called as longevity. Human poverty index ൽ അങ്ങനെയാണ് കണക്കെടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഉറപ്പാണല്ലോ മീൻസ് മോർ 90, 95, 99, 100 100 years ഒക്കെ ഒരു ഏകദേശം ഒരു പോപ്പുലേഷനിൽ കൂടുതൽ 100 ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഉറപ്പാണ് അവിടെ ന്യൂട്രീഷ്യസ് ഫുഡും ഹെൽത്തും ഏകദേശം എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും നന്നായിട്ട് പോകേണ്ടതെന്ന്. The second one is human poverty index, and the second factor was knowledge, better knowledge, and the third one is decent standard of living. So there were three factors or three components of human poverty index: longevity, knowledge, and the decent standard of living. Now next index which was there, development indices, was human happiness index. ഹ്യൂമൻ ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ഇൻഡെക്സ് അത് തന്നെയാണല്ലോ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് സ്മാപ്പി നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂളിൽ പറയുന്ന ഒരു കോൺസെപ്റ്റാണ് സ്മാപ്പി ഡേ മൈ ഡിയർ ചിൽഡ്രൻ, സ്മാപ്പി ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ, സ്മാപ്പി മോർണിംഗ്, ബി ഹാപ്പി എന്ന് പറയണത് ഇത് തന്നെയാണ്. ഹ്യൂമൻ ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ഇൻഡെക്സ്. വാട്ട് ആർ ദ ഫാക്ടേഴ്സ് വിച്ച് ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസ് ഹ്യൂമൻ ഹാപ്പിനെസ്? ദിസ് ഇസ് വാട്ട് ലെറ്റ് us see. 9 indicators are considered for the calculation of human happiness index. Totally 9 indicators are there. They are health is one factor, standard of living, conservation of nature and biodiversity, social life and neighbor relationship. That is, the first factor is health. Health determines the happiness of a society or of a person. Standard of living also determines how a person, whether a person is happy or not. Conservation of nature and biodiversity, that also comes under happiness. Social life and neighbor relations, how you are living in the society and how well you are having a contact with your neighbors. Good governance, cultural diversity, education, how well you are using the time, and mental health. All these things determine human happiness. Is that clear, children? So the United Organization has recognized the human happiness index, and later this index was originally developed by Bhutan and was later recognized by the United Nations organizations. And India ranks 133 among the world nations in the Human Happiness Index 2018. Now let us see, even though development is there in India, there are certain challenges faced by India. So what are the challenges faced by development in India? So let us see what all challenges are faced by development in India. The first challenge faced is poverty. Even though development is there is poverty. According to the Rangarajan panel report, poverty is there still. Even though development is there, even though in India there is development, poverty still exists. This is one of the major challenge faced by India. The second one is illiteracy. There are still many people there are many people who has got no education. There are no schools in many places, or there are lack of educational facilities. So illiterates are still remaining. Malnutrition എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ lack of proper food, lack of proper health, lack of proper hospitals. ന്യൂട്രീഷ്യസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഫുഡ് കഴിക്കാറുണ്ട് ഇപ്പോഴും കുറേ ആൾക്കാർ ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്. മാൽന്യൂട്രീഷൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള lack of proper nutritious food ഇല്ലാത്ത അവസ്ഥയിൽ ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്. Unemployment, development ഉണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല, still challenge. One of the next major challenge faced by India is unemployment, lack of job. growth എന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, പക്ഷേ unemployment, many people are jobless. And finally, inequality. എന്താണ്? There is inequality, regional inequality ഉണ്ട്, inequality in income. It is there. Economic inequality. There is a what I can say, there is a difference between rich and poor. There is a difference or differentiation or distinguish between rich and poor. Rich, poor എന്നുള്ള താരതമ്യം അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. Differentiation is there. There is a differentiation between the income received by the factors of production in the total income. Factors of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurial നിന്ന് കിട്ടുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഇൻകം ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷനിൽ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്. And regional inequality is also there. So these are the challenges faced by development in India. These are the challenges of even though development is there, these are some of the challenges. Now let us see which are the inequalities. As I said, there are inequality can be broadly classified into three. The first one is economic inequality. Second one is income inequality in income, and the third one is regional inequality. Let us study this. Let us understand what it is. As I said, inequality is classified into three: economic inequality, inequality in income, and regional inequality. Economic inequality already I have discussed. What is economic inequality? There is a difference between the rich and still there exists a difference between discrimination. I can better use the word discrimination between rich and the poor. Economic discrimination, economic inequality. Basis of how it is discriminated or differentiated, it is based on the share of the people in the total wealth of a country. Based on the share of the people in the total wealth of the country. It is very clear. Between the rich and the rich people, the contribution and poor. There is a differentiation or discrimination between the total wealth of the people in the society. That is there is a discrimination between the rich and the poor. Next is inequality in income. National income is calculated based on three methods: product method, income method, expenditure method എന്ന് പഠിച്ചു. Income method എന്താണ്? The income generated based on the factors of production, income received by the factors of production on the basis of rent, wages, landന് rent, laborന് wages, capitalന് interest, and organization profit. Based on this, the contribution of this income of these four factors of production. But naturally, inequality in income എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, there is an inequality between the distribution of income of these factors of production in the to the nation. So naturally അവിടെ ഒരു differentiation വരും. Land, labor, capital, and four factors of production ൻ്റെ ആ ഒരു distribution, in the distribution there will be an inequality. And the third inequality is regional inequality. This one I can make it little more. For example, in a developed, in a metropolitan city, നമ്മൾ എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ഓർമ്മ വരുന്നത് ഇവിടെ തന്നെയാണ്. See, after our for example, I am saying after our +2 or after our naturally after 10th or +2, നമ്മൾ ഡിഗ്രി +2 കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മിക്കവരും +2 കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പുറത്തേക്ക് നമ്മൾ പോകാൻ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യും. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡിഗ്രി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജോലി തരം നമ്മൾ പുറത്തേക്കാണ് പോവുക. ഡിഗ്രി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇമ്മീഡിയറ്റ് ഡിഗ്രി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരുവിധം പഠനം കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആർക്കും നമ്മുടെ സ്ഥലത്ത് നിൽക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമില്ല. എവറിബഡി വോണ്ട്സ് ടു ഗോ ഔട്ട്സൈഡ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നല്ല ഫെസിലിറ്റി മീൻസ് ഒരു നല്ലൊരു ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ we try to move somewhere else. നമ്മുടെ സ്ഥലത്ത് ആർക്കും വേണ്ട, എല്ലാവരും they try to move on somewhere else. What is the reason? What do you think can be the reason? Reason is very clear. Because of this particular, there is a regional inequality. In metropolitan cities, in urban areas, there are facilities are plenty. Water facility, lack of better transportation, better communication, better education, better hospital, all the facilities are there. But in rural areas, lack of facilities are there. അല്ലേ? അവിടെ തന്നെ നമുക്കൊരു ഡിഫറൻസിയേഷൻ കാണാം. In urban areas, facilities are more, and in rural areas, facilities are less. Still there are many areas, regions where lack of water is there, drinking water ശരിയല്ല, transportation ശരിയല്ല, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള സ്ഥലം. This is called as regional inequality. So differences in development among different regions. ചില സ്ഥലത്ത് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ഫെസിലിറ്റി ഇല്ലാണ്ട് പഠനത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പുറത്തേക്ക് പോകുന്ന ഒരവസ്ഥയും ഉണ്ട്. So these things, these are the major inequalities. These are the three inequalities of that is regional inequality, inequality in income and economic inequality. These are the challenges faced by development in India. Development ഉണ്ടായതുകൊണ്ട് എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് challenges? ഇതിൽ one challenge is the inequality, and under that inequality comes economic inequality, inequality in income and regional inequality. Is that clear? Okay. Now we have already discussed what is meant by sustainable development, the activities that will not harm the environment and which can be used for future generation. And already we have studied about the Brundtland Commission and the goals of sustainable development. Now let us see what are the, in your textbook they have given, what are the activities that challenge sustainable development. Already if you are there in the class, you have given me plenty of answers. First one is the activities that challenge sustainable development. Reclamation of paddy field, അല്ലേ, പാടങ്ങൾ നികത്തുക. അത് തന്നെയാണല്ലോ സുനാമിയുടെ കാരണം. സുനാമി എന്ന പ്രളയം എന്നൊക്കെ ഇതൊക്കെ തന്നെയാണ്. വെള്ളം കയറാൻ കാരണം എന്താണ്? പാഡി ഫീൽഡ് ഒന്നുമില്ല, എവ്രിവെയർ കോൺക്രീറ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ നാച്ചുറലി കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രാവശ്യത്തെ ഫ്ലഡിനൊക്കെ ഒരു കാരണം ഇതൊക്കെ തന്നെയാണ്, റെക്ലമേഷൻ ഓഫ് പാഡി ഫീൽഡ്. യൂസ് ഓഫ് പെസ്റ്റിസൈഡ്സ്, മാക്സിമം പെസ്റ്റിസൈഡ്സ് ഉപയോഗിക്കും. വാട്ട് വിൽ ഹാപ്പൻ? പെസ്റ്റിസൈഡ്സ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചു, വി ഗെറ്റ് പ്ലെൻറ്റി ഓഫ് മാക്സിമം കൃഷിയൊക്കെ ഇപ്പോൾ കിട്ടി, പക്ഷേ ഇതിൻ്റെ റിസൾട്ട് എവിടേക്ക് ആർക്കാണ്? ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ജനറേഷൻ ആണ്, ഇനി വരുന്ന തലമുറയ്ക്കാണ് ഇതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ റിസൾട്ട് കിട്ടുക. പൊല്യൂട്ടിങ് ആൻഡ് വേസ്റ്റിംഗ് ക്ലീൻ വാട്ടർ, മൃഗങ്ങളെ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് നല്ല കുടിക്കുന്ന വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അവിടെ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് കഴുകുക, നല്ല വെള്ളത്തിൽ പാത്രം കഴുകുക, ഓൾ ദീസ് തിങ്സ് is really harmful. It is challenging sustainable development. Use of restricted means യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പാടാത്ത ഫെർട്ടിലൈസേഴ്സ് മാക്സിമം യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. Dumping waste in public places, dumping waste in public places, still you will get plenty. Burning of crackers, use of chlorofluorocarbon, releasing smoke from vehicles, all these things comes under what? Activities that challenge sustainable development. നിങ്ങൾ ഇനിയും കുറേ പോയിന്റ്സ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറയാം. Understood? Next is, what are the activities for achieving sustainable development? This is the challenge sustainable development. ഇവിടെ എന്താണ്? activities for achieving sustainable development. First one itself, rain water harvesting, അല്ലേ, മഴവെള്ളം എടുക്കുക, കളക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. സോളാർ എനർജി can be used in place of coal. Solar energy can be, സൂര്യൻ ഒന്നും കൊടുക്കണ്ട, we are enormous energy we are getting from the sun, that energy can be used in place of coal. Electricity, generating electricity from wind. And next is setting up of biogas plant. Fertilizers pesticides ഒന്നും ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ട, you can use. Using public transport instead of private vehicles. All these things can be construction of chimneys so that smoke will not be emitted from factories and industries. Is that clear, children? So these are the activities that challenge sustainable development and activities for achieving sustainable development. So with this, I conclude the lesson. You can write it in your file. Any doubt, any time, you can call me. So children, once again, enjoy in what you are doing. Don't give a gap for your studies. That is, what you have to do today, do it now itself. Don't keep it for tomorrow. So have a great time. Love you all, my dear children. See you in the next class.